Hello and welcome back to everybody on the Football Zone and to a weekend review, reviewing all the Premier League games from this past weekend, starting off with West Ham 1, Southampton 1. It was Jarrod Bowen in the 47th minute who gave West Ham the lead before Ugo Chukwu for Southampton equalised in the 93rd minute. And yeah, to be honest, this was a game between two very poor sides. And yeah, in the end, I would say Southampton actually played pretty well, stayed in the game and got what they deserved in the end. I haven't been able to say that about too many Southampton games this season, so credit to them and Russ. But for West Ham, I think, a really poor performance and highlights the work they've still got to do. But moving on then to Everton 0, Manchester City 2. City left it late, but they got a huge win. O'Reilly in the 84th minute and Kovacic in the 92nd minute sealed a huge win for City. And yeah, while Everton did have some chances, I think City were definitely on top here and the best team. They had to wait, they had to be patient, but in the end got their just rewards. And yeah, City coming away with a victory. Huge win for them. And yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted with that, won't they? So yeah, it's going to be a very intriguing game now from here on in. So I'm going to say, they're looking good for a top 4 finish. But moving on into Palace 0, Bournemouth 0, at Selhurst Park. And yeah, the most notable thing to come from this game, I think, was Richards getting sent off for a second yellow for Palace in the first half. And yeah, Bournemouth, as you might expect in the second half, really pushed for the win. But in the end, it wasn't a great game, to be honest. Neither team really created much. Bournemouth obviously had a lot more of the ball, had a lot more shots and everything. But in the end, only 4 shots on target. Palace didn't really have any. I can't remember a big chance in the match, to be honest. So yeah, not a great game. Moving on into Brentford 4, Brighton 2. A big win for Brentford as they looked to push maybe towards an unlikely European spot. But it was Mbeumo in the 9th minute who gave Brentford the lead before Welbeck equalised on the stroke of half-time. Mbeumo and Wissa made it 3-1 before João Pedro sent off. And Toma still made it 3-2 before Norgard sealed it late on to make it 4-2. So yeah, seeing a big win for Brentford. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. Big win for them. But for Brighton, their poor run of form continues, and it's a shame because they really did have the chance to maybe seize that 8th place and look pretty comfortable to get that 8th spot and potential European position. Moving on into Villa 4, Newcastle 1. It was Ollie Watkins in the first minute who gave Villa lead before Shah equalised in the 18th minute before Martson, Dan Burn and Onana, Burn obviously with their own goal, made it 4-1 to Villa. And yeah, in the end, this was quite comfortable for Villa. They were absolutely outstanding here. Newcastle having a bit of an off day. Obviously, probably not having any Howe on the touchline really didn't help their cause. But Villa were outstanding here. Really opening that race to the Champions League spot. And that really is going to go down to the wire, isn't it? So close between so many teams. Manchester United were back to their own ways after that remarkable win over Lyon on Thursday. Losing 1-0 at home to Wolves. And yeah, it was Sarabia in the 77th minute who gave United the loss. And yeah, United were pretty dominant here, had most of the game, but Wolves had their chance and in the end took it. And Manchester United will be wondering how they lost this game, but that kind of just sums up the season, their inconsistency, etc., doesn't it? But for Wolves, a great win for them now, and they're pretty much safe. So yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted with that. Ipswich were defeated 4-0 at home by Arsenal, with Trossard and Martinelli getting 2 goals after 28 minutes. Leif Davis was then controversially sent off in the 32nd minute. For me, probably not a red. And then Trossard and Nwaneri in the second half made them pay. And yeah, a very dominant win for Arsenal here. They were absolutely at their best. And Ipswich, kind of taught footballing lesson. We know how big the gulf is. And yeah, it was pretty evident here, wasn't it? It wasn't really a contest, if we're being brutally honest. So yeah, a dominant win for the Gooners here. Moving on into the London derby, Fulham against Chelsea at the Cottage, and it was 2-1 to Chelsea. And yeah, they left it late as well. Fulham thought they took the lead early on before a goal was disallowed for offside for Pereira. Iwobi made it 1-0 in the 20th minute though, before in the 83rd minute it was George, the youngster, who gave them a 1-1 draw, and in the 93rd minute it was Neto who scored the winner. A massive winner for Chelsea, keeps them in the Champions League race after some discontent from the fans. So yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted with that, and a big win for them. Move on into Leicester 0, Liverpool 1, and yeah, I thought Leicester probably gave them more of a fight than they would expected, but it was Trent Arnold 76th minute giving Liverpool the win. A big goal for Liverpool, moves them within touching distance of the title. Trent rips off his top, gets the booking for it, but I think you can see how much that meant for him. Obviously, with it probably being among his last Liverpool games, so yeah, he would be absolutely delighted with that. And yeah, moves them within touching distance. But for Leicester, officially relegated. No surprise, it's just been an awful season for them, and yeah, just so far off it. Moving on into Tottenham 1, Nottingham Forest 2, a massive win for Forest. And it was Anderson in the 5th minute, he gave them the lead. Chris Wood had a goal to start in the 10th minute before he scored in the 16th minute to make it 2-0. Tottenham made a late comeback through Richarlison and in the end dominated the game, but it's just such a slow start where they got punished. just highlighting the poor nature of Spurs' season, really, doesn't it? But a big win here for Forest, and really gives them a chance in that very tight Champions League race.
Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily football news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.